Hello Aquarius! Hi, this is Marta with Universal Power Tarot, and these messages we bring you today are supposed to encourage, elevate, and empower you guys. Hello! So good to see you. Yes! Finally, the energies are right. Perfect. Okay. This could be a precursor to your 2024 as well. You know, finally the energies are right for you. We're going to get into this, and I pre-recorded like a little explanation for you so you know what you're dealing with within this reading. For those of you that have seen it already, I've time-stamped it, so down below you just press beginning of the reading and it takes you there. To those of you that haven't seen it, I highly recommend you do watch it at least once, and there's a little surprise hidden in there as well, so continue watching. I'll see you at the end of this. Bye. Hello and welcome to your yearly reading of 2024. What you can expect over on YouTube in your reading is we're going to have a look at the blessings, the lessons, and the overall energy that you can expect in 2024. Over on Patreon in your extended, we will be looking at love/partnership. That very much includes self-love, the relationship you have with other people. That's what I mean, so love in the wider sense. And then we're going to have a look at career, which means purpose, mission. All of that is in there, what you need to know for 2024, either if you're just starting out on your path or would like to have a closer look in terms of what is your mission. There may be topics popping up here and there. It's been interesting so far from what I've had the ability to look into for you guys for 2024. And we're also going to have a look into what would be advisable to focus on for you in 2024. I hope you like this format. I'm really looking forward to doing all those readings for you. I also have a special announcement because I thought, why not offer you guys something very, very special for from now on till the end of December, till the end of January, which is a yearly overview reading over 2024, where we'll be looking specifically into each month of the year. So it's quite extensive. You can expect anywhere from 1 hour to 1.5 hours, I reckon. And of course, we're going to have a look at the blessings, lessons, etc. Everything that you already heard here. We're going to look at that very detailed, channeled messages for you, so you can make the most of 2024 and are well prepared for this year ahead. If you would like one, you can book it. It's $180 US, and you can reach out at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. And here it is. There's your surprise, my friends, because you can also win one of those, which is very cool. I'm so excited to give one of those beautiful readings away to one of you guys. All you have to do is subscribe, like the video that you're watching, and say that you did that in the comments and that you would like to win the yearly reading. So that's how this works. It's as easy as that, and you're in the draw. And somewhere between now and mid-December, we'll be drawing from the people that have entered this draw, and Spirit's going to let me know who won. So best of luck to you guys. And now let's hop into your yearly reading. Okay, my dear Aquas, we are back. Again, if you wanted to win the yearly private reading, that is at $180, but will be free for you in the draw. If you would like to be in it, please comment down below. All right, let's hop in, my sweethearts. What are the blessings, the lessons? Oh my God, the energy shifted so strongly right now. I absolutely love it. So much more freedom, so much more space for you, Aquarius. I feel so stoked, you know, and lots of changes. Amazing. We're going to look into this further, into the blessings, the lessons, and the overall energies. And we're indeed going to start with the overall energies for you here, Aquarius, in 2024. What we can pull for you here. Interesting. I feel like I also heard mastery when it comes to energies. And energy work is really, really interesting, especially when it starts to take over your regular life, I want to say, and is starting to become something else. When it's less effort and more magnetizing, that's an interesting place to start. And that means you're already quite powerful, but stepping into more of your creator power in 2024. So please, Spirit, in the sense of encouraging, elevating, and empowering you guys, to those that seek personal and spiritual growth. What are the overall energies for Aquarius, please? Spiritually, that one, no. That would have been good, but no, that's not the topic. Not the Two of Cups. Which one for Aquarius, please? Although that could be like a side topic. Yes. These ones, no. Love could be a little bit of a side topic, and we will be looking into that for you as well, but over in the extended, but sometimes it does come out over in the YouTube portion. I've noticed when it's really relevant and important, it will show itself. So, ready? Let's go. Ooh, yes, I love it. Page of Wands, energies for you here. Yes, so it's like that spontaneous, that amazing energy, that childlike energy. It's just like a year off. Let's do what you want to do, you know, without a care in the world. Let's step into those energies. You must have freed something, or you will be moving out of certain energies that feel a lot heavier and into something that is a lot more light. Sometimes that is achieved, and I'm getting feng shui. Maybe you have rearranged your furniture. If not, I highly recommend, especially when it comes to energy mastery for you, to really look into that subject, or more so into what feels right, what needs to be moved. Could be furniture, could also be something internally, like an internal shift, what needs to be moved for you, Aquarius, so you can have that freedom, so you can have that space, that light, you know, that spontaneous energies. Because in Capricorn, it was really heavy energies we were working through. And for you, it's completely changed. So that is, it's very, very interesting to be able to tap into this and to have a lot more flowing type of energy. I really, really love it. Amazing. And small things really matter, especially when we're, you know, more and more involved in energy work. Small things really do matter. The vibration of people matters, of the things that you have around you matter, like how you start your day, how you end your day. Lots of things, food, obviously, music, all of that. So a lot more fine-tuned, but I feel you're going to have a fantastic time. As long as you're staying with your beautiful energy, I want to say, okay? So that's the overall energy for you, and just being in that and staying in that in 2024, regardless of what may or may not be happening around you. I don't think it will directly affect you, but to some of you that are still learning to step into that mastery, excuse me, that could be relevant for you, okay? Because obviously we're reading for several people here, so depending on where you are on this timeline, it will either give you opportunity to step into those energies, or if you already are in those energies, stay in them. But there'll still be, you know, learning occurrences is what I feel in 2024, so that you can expand your knowledge, your wisdom when it comes to the energies and when it comes to the mastery thereof, okay? Yay! Woohoo! Excited. Okay, this is very exciting, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing this in your life, obviously, because it's quite the shift that is happening here. I can so feel it flowing. It's such a freaking difference. Wow, such a difference. Now, let's move on to the blessings, although I feel this is really cool, of 2024 for you. What do we have for Aquarius, please? And this one now. Funny dude. We have the Two of Cups, now we have the Lovers, but they're not for you, but they are there, which is interesting, but not quite yet, I feel. Some of you are waiting on that to come in. This one, yes. This one, yes. Okay, Aqua, what's going on there? Over on that end, over on the relationship love end, I strongly feel there's something brewing together for you in the best sense. In your blessings, you have the Ace of Wands, and this is the net of Indriya, I think it's called. And it's sparked, you know, it's receiving divine inspiration and acting upon that. And because it seems to be in those states of joy when you receive the most information, when you're the most free, when fear doesn't have like a clamp on you or anything like that, when it's just like free flow, then those blessings really do come in, and you're magnetizing yourself, your life, and your situations and your projects as well, I want to say here, Aquarius. I'm also getting meditation, you know, receiving in meditation, being that clear channel no matter what is going on around, learning from that, you know, learning from the expansion, the possible expansion that is happening here. For example, I'm going to give you a quick one, just so because I want to be understood. I want you to understand. So let's say, for example, you're invited over at a friend's house, let's say, right? And that friend, the energy, you love that friend, but the energies in that house are really heavy. And let's say you're staying overnight, and so you're in a specific type of energy. This one, very light energies, right? And then you're being asked, though, to hold your space, to hold that very vibration in that heavier space, because it may not necessarily be your task to resolve any of those energies, but it does help, much like training a muscle, to come to a place where where you can train to hold your vibration in heavier energetic places, even when before you may have run out of the door immediately. Now you're just like, I can hold that. And yes, it may be a little bit exhausting, but you can hold it. And that is in the realms of mastery here. And that is a huge blessing to be able to do this, to be able to receive this. I feel this is highly intertwined because we're also talking about the lessons here already with your lessons. But at that stage, I would think that they're no longer being perceived as something negative per se, but as something as, oh, okay, this is a new check-in point for you, a new something to, you know, to be curious about, to learn about, and to not fall into old patterns, but to really embrace what is here, because you're really elevating, I feel, throughout 2024 here, Aquarius, and the topic of mastery keeps coming up. You'll be able to help a lot of people with this as well. By the nature of things, the more powerful you become, maybe you are even an energetic healer or, you know, a light worker, whatever your position may be exactly. But this is becoming increasingly important throughout 2024. And we've had this in pretty much all the readings, except for Capricorn yesterday, where the collective plays such a role, where there are incidences, occurrences in the collective, where your energies are highly required, and where it's required for you to stay in those energies, to hold that space, that vibration, because it pulls others up too. So it's not just beneficial for yourself, Aquarius, but it is also for others, which is precisely what your sign is about anyways, right? You're seeing the wider collective. You're seeing more than just like that small speck. You're able to see way further than a lot of others could. So this is really, really great. I'm also seeing they're now giving me an expansion of the third eye, so receiving more, we're being able to receive more. I know it's not the Ace of Swords, but still there's something that's being sparked within your mind, and it feels really warm and good, and that helps you to take action on your projects, on anything really throughout 2024, Aquarius. That really helps you step into that place, because sometimes we have troubles because we feel a little bit stagnant, right? This one will help you take action. So you really, I'm feeling that push for you here too, but not in a pushy kind of a way. It's really weird. It's just like, if you, so it's much of an elevation. Yeah. It's not so much a push forward, it's an elevation. So they're lifting you up to a certain vibrational place. Very interesting. I love this. This is your blessing for 2024. So amazing. But it feels so effortless. That's why also no pushing. It just lifts you up and it's effortless for some reason. It feels really good to, yeah, what we were talking about earlier as well, where it was just like operating less in the 3D, so less effort and more manifesting. And that will become a lot more easy, more becoming the magnet and attracting those things, people, places to you indeed, okay? And you're learning this. Okay, get it, thanks. Okay. And if an occurrence happens, because they just brought that to my attention, that you don't like, but you attract it nonetheless, you can change that energetically, is what they're saying. So this is a really cool practice. Even though it may not be in your reality that way, you can still switch it around and make it so it is. Please, I want to say, be careful with this, because when we're so powerful, I would definitely add for the highest good of all. I would definitely add that in your manifestations, so that spirit can bring in their spin on things, because we tend to not see like the full picture. I know that I said earlier you tend to see like the bigger one. Spirit sees the even bigger one. So let them come in and help you here a little bit. All right, let's look at the lessons. This one, yes. Let's keep shuffling. This one, no. What do we have for Aquarius, please, for the lesson for 2024? This one, no. This one, yes. This one, no. Okay, interesting. Okay, so there was the talk of the negative patterns, or like patterns from the past, to not let them come in and disturb you in such a way. You have the Nine of Swords actually as your lessons. So these are mental patterns 101, and this is talking about sleepless nights. It could be anxiety. But it is there for your highest good. And this is quite the contrast, right? Because this is the overall energy to stay in your joy. Yet here we have the Nine of Swords. Now that could be the wider collective that is trying to be like, rah, rah, we're here. Like, we want you to be with us. We want you to suffer with us. We want you to be anxious with us. And you're just like, no, thank you. Like this, right? So you're moving up, you're leveling up. But of course, if you are in any way tapped into the energies, which I'm assuming because you're here on this channel, so I've got a lot of light workers and healers here. So I would very much assume you are feeling collective energies, and you will get, like I said, like they mentioned earlier already, those tapping in points. And the funny thing, they're now drawing my eye to this. Do you see this? So there's a lot of light in seeming shadowy situations, something that possibly also needs to come to the light for you to see, for the collective to see. More so for the collective is what they're saying. So it may appear, and they keep saying this too, it may appear as something that it is actually not, or it may appear worse than it actually is. Because there's this illusion thing that's going on throughout 2024, and where light workers are really asked to stay in a certain place, to hold your vibration, to hold your station, to not get pulled into the topic of fear. Totally, because, and again, the topic of meditation here popped up also, so stay with that, because you have the ability to tap yourself in at any given moment. You don't have to be in those higher energies all day long. I think like during an awakening, that's pretty normal for a certain period of time. But after that, excuse me, you're integrating those energies, and you're integrating your shadow. And, you know, there's a bunch of things happening, but you can always tap in. That's always there. I spoke to a friend yesterday, I think it was. I was telling her about an epiphany I had when I was 20 years old. I was climbing Mount St. Helens with a couple of friends. And so it was very, you know, there were lots of clouds and stuff. And it was raining a little bit, and it was just gray, and you could not see very far. So we just kept climbing and climbing until finally we broke through the cloud barrier, or whatever it's called. So we were above the clouds all of a sudden, and the sun was there. So the sun, that was such an epiphany for me. Even if, you know, everything seemed cloudy, the sun never left. And obviously, yes, you would think that's obvious, but it was just something I felt in that moment so strongly. And I was like, oh my gosh, like that is always there. Whatever, you know, the clouds are, the thoughts, which we very much have here, there's the sun is always above those. So there's always the possibility to tap yourself in, or not even enter those states anymore. So there's a huge learning experience, I want to say, throughout 2024 for different reasons for you on different timelines. For those of you that are experiencing this for the first time, know that that's exactly what's going on. For those of you that are approaching mastery here when it comes to the energies, you'll be faced with situations that you can handle, but they will test you. They will expand that feeling of holding your own vibration. That is super, super important. Thank you so much, I want to say. And that is something that needs to be understood here too. And I think if you're further along, you do understand that this is not a situation that is negative per se. It's something that seeks transformation, that seeks expression, that seeks hey, I want to be seen too. I want to be showered with love as well. And that is something that can be transformed. And that is so beautiful. And when we realize that, it's truly like, thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for bringing this thing into our lives, because it teaches us so well. It allows us to expand. It allows us to grow. And that's one of those years as well, alongside the other things that are happening here that are really quite positive, I want to say, if you want to phrase it in such a way. All right, what else? This one, yeah, I still feel drawn to it. I actually I was so drawn to water, like before I started your reading, and I was like, oh, even, you know, the sound of running water, because there's ions that are being released, much like a waterfall or something. They're releasing negative ions. So interesting. Let those be your negative ions, and they are actually relaxing. They're helping your nervous system calm down. So some of you are also learning to calm down your nervous system and to really cleanse those energies off of you. We have the Healing Waters Oracle here that wants to come in and speak additionally. So we'll just allow that to happen, I reckon. This one, no. Interesting, that was immediate. Ooh, this one, no. Another one that's immediate, much like with the love cards, they just pop out, but it's a no for now. It doesn't mean it's not going to happen. So you may be waiting on something coming in. And again, it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It may just not be immediately for that thing, although you may be feeling it here and there. But there's something else that is way more important that needs attending first here, okay? Something that needs to be learned. This is often so true for light workers, like I said, or whatever you want to, however you want to phrase that, because there are different experiences that you need to go through in order to achieve something or achieve a certain level in order to be of the greatest service possible, okay? And I just want to remind here, you agreed to this. I know that not everyone is on that page, but I very much am. I very much believe in that. We agreed upon who we're coming, you know, who are our parents, what certain life circumstances should look like for us. And we have also divinely orchestrated those lessons that will serve us most reach that level so that we can be of the highest service as well, as much as we can through this very expression. It'll never happen again in the same way. This is very unique, okay? This lifetime, and as you are in that body with all your experiences, is so unique. And they're now showing me like an imprint. You're leaving your mark, you're leaving your imprint with this very expression that you are. Do not hide away, do not cower away, Aquarius, throughout 2024. Your light is needed. Do not be drawn into the bickering, the drama, the despair, the other things that you will be seeing throughout 2024. Hold your vibration as much as possible, as it will help you achieve mastery in 2024, which is really needed. It is not for the sake of achieving mastery in energetic matters. It is so you can be of better service, of better help to the wider collective Aquarius. And this is really good to know, I feel. Really good to know. Whew. That pretty much sums it up. Cheers. Okay. Very interesting. All right. So, what do you have for us, please, for Aquarius, I should say? For this one, yes. Holy... No freaking way, dude. This is so cool. Aquarius, I love that card. I'm not that familiar with that deck yet because I just gotten it, but it just wanted to come in and work with us. So, well, here we go. It's such a pretty card. It's deep sea diving. I'll show you in a second. Way of the Mystic. You learning through experiencing. You 2024 and depths. Look at this gorgeous card. Like coming from the surface and diving deep and then finding something here that in human terms, in 3D terms, shouldn't be here, but you know there's something, and you're sure as hell gonna uncover this, sure as heaven gonna uncover this, okay? What is there? Others may not be able to perceive that quite yet, but there's really the huge topic of energetic work here and how your own light is lighting up the darkness, because the deeper you dive in the ocean, the less light there is, right? So the contrast can be really strong as well. And like we had it here earlier with the Page of Wands and the Nine of Swords, where when you're plunging, when you're going deep, or when you're working with something like shadow work, that can take you quite deeper every time, if that's the case for you. Or like it will take you deeper depending on how much you are stretched yet, I want to say, in terms of how much you have worked that muscle yet. Because our body and our psyche, by the way, in terms of therapy, some of you have started that or have finished it, some form of that. That could also be self-administered. But the topic still being here, you're learning to dive deeper and deeper because you can hold that space. So that's why heavier energies sometimes come into your experience. Learning through experiences, super clear here in your case, I feel, Aquarius, because it's for that reason. It's for that reason, so you can help better, so you can dive deeper and help more and clear more of those really dark energies that are still on this energetic plane, and they are really dark. And we as light workers learn to deal with that, and that is often by going through very dark experiences ourselves. I'm not saying 2024 is a year like that for you, but you may have already gone through that, like in the past, like very dark patches. You may have been born into a family line that wasn't the easiest to deal with, or that was highly traumatic, etc., etc. You get the picture. Or later on you're in a relationship that is like that, and so you've been there, done that, basically. So you're able to even dive deep. What they're giving me now is the practice of holding your breath. You're getting better and better at it. That's just the nature of it, right? Better and better at this, which is really good, which is, again, bringing us to mastery, whatever that means, really, because what is mastery in one lifetime may not be mastery in the next. And that's another topic that they're bringing up here for you, Aquarius, because it's just like one thing to the next, and you're starting again, all over again, but not quite all over again, because you've lived so many lifetimes already. So you're not starting completely anew. It'll come in, it'll hit, and then you'll transform it, and you're being stretched, is what they're saying, what they're giving me. I know it's maybe a weird word, but they're really expanding, stretching, like as a soul, in your experiences, in your mastery within that certain lifetime. You may even exceed it in this lifetime, is what they're saying. And it doesn't really matter per se, except for that this is a very prominent time in history. And so it kind of matters, but even if you didn't, it doesn't really. There are others, so you're not alone. Let me see what this card is bringing with it. Deep sea diving. I love those cards. They're so pretty. Rebecca Campbell, by the way. It's the Healing Waters Oracle, if you want to get it. Deep sea diving 80. Alrighty-o. Here. The mystic wants to have a direct experience with the sacred. Ooh. Okay, hang on. I need to do this differently, so it's easier to hold. Here we go. The sacred is everywhere and within everything. So every moment is an invitation to deepen the connection within. The mystic learns through merging with life, through experiencing things firsthand, through learning about what's known and then diving deep into what's unknown for the chance of a direct, intimate experience. Mystics are the sacred explorers of this world, both inner and outer. Open-hearted and minded, they're willing to journey into the uncharted waters in order to truly live. Oh yes, yes. This is, by the way, what happens also when you're integrating your own shadow. You're going to become more alive because more of you is present, which is gorgeous when that happens. You may be so surprised about parts of yourself coming back alive that you never even knew you had, or have been so far gone, but when they return, they're just like bringing you to life so much, bringing so much creativity back in. Like, that is very incredible when that happens. Very, very cool. Very cool. So those things, And those experiences really make that whole journey, that deep dive, so worth it. Almost, and this is something we need to watch out for too, is almost to the point of addiction. So sometimes we want to stay here, there is this thing of be mindful of not staying there, but also coming up again and then integrating it, or then allowing it a chance, because we can get addicted to, you know, another workshop, another medicine, another healing remedy, another blah, 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 without actually seeing, is that one which we just received, which we just brought back up to the surface, what does that even do? And that is really important, okay? This, I'm sure this wasn't for all of you, but I know that it was for someone specific, okay? Right, where are we? If you receive this card, it's likely that you're being called to learn through direct experience. Yeah, maybe. Okay, to dive in and explore things for yourself, like the Sumerian goddess Inanna journeying to the underworld to return completely transformed. The way of the mystic is not for the faint-hearted, but it's a way to truly live. Most learn through reading books and following processes. The way of the mystic is much deeper, Aquarius. It requires more experimental and feminine. It requires faith and courage. That it does, for sure. It demands that you disregard external maps and be led from within. And while every step of the journey may not be clearly marked, the way ahead always emerges, and the transformation cannot be replicated. Perhaps you're in an uncharted place in your life, or being called to embrace uncertainty. You're being called to the depth, and you'll return transformed. Okay, amazing. Yeah, this is a major year for you, I feel like, in terms of that transformative process, in terms of learning mastery, stepping into your mastery here, Aquarius. I'm very curious, since love popped up a bunch of times, we're going to look into the topic of love, relationships with yourself and with others throughout 2024. What do you need to know here? And the topic of career, mission, purpose is also there. That feels like a glass of sparkling water. Something is bubbling over there, which is exciting and interesting, and also very different from, you know, regular water that's bland, or that can be bland. That's not that. Your mission is bubbly. I love that. I love that reference. And we're going to look into that and whatever else you need to focus on. So if you would like to join us over on Patreon, you're more than welcome to. It's $11.11 a month. All the yearly readings are included. You'll unlock those and everything that was already created prior, and you'll unlock the whole months ahead. Which is really cool. So everything that will be created within that month, check it out. There's also the Rauhnächte that I'll attach a link down below as well for you guys. If you want to, you know, clear out the year 2023 and fully step with new intentions and refreshed into 2024, that is a good workshop to do, I feel. It doesn't require much. It's like 12 days. And time investment like 20 minutes, roughly 20 minutes to half an hour a day throughout those 12 days. And that's it. But it's an amazing starter for your year. So down below. Also, obviously, if you would like to work with me as a private healing reading or a higher guidance coaching call, reach out at universalpowertarot@gmail.com. I'll be happy to work with you and with your energies, obviously. So Aquarius, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Leave us a like if you feel like it. Comment if you feel like it. And yeah, I love to read your comments. I love to know who's here. I'm seeing stuff. I love to know who's here, and just, it's such a joy. Like, it's funny because a lot of you I've known for a long time, like for years. And so it's just like, when I see your thumbnail, I know who it is. And a lot of you I've read for already. So it's just like, oh, cool. I wonder how they're doing. So it's a check-in point of sorts, which is really nice. I enjoy that. So I love you. Much love, light, and shout out to you. Have an amazing 2024. Many, many blessings to you. And yeah, I'll see you over on Patreon or next time. Mwah! Bye.